Hi, my name is Shen, and welcome back to Let's Play The Wolf Among Us, Episode 5, Cry Wolf. So, as I said in the discussion, if you have read it, if you haven't read it, I'll tell you now.
I know,
it may be a bit loud outside.
We have to do something. Are you fucking kidding me?
When
is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to...
There we go.
He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Wow, way to treat a person. Even if he's a bad person, you know?
It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble.
He didn't make it easy.
At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know...
Huh.
I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
Really? I somehow do not
It's
trust
about
her.
time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention?
Right.
Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Right.
But I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Georgie may have killed him, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is the rotten scoundrel now?
He's dead.
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished.
Right.
There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
Like a freaking,
If you
I don't know,
insist.
kindergarten. This is no court.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding
Yeah,
and
right.
providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come
involved.
on.
Let him speak.
It's obvious.
Everyone just shut up for a minute.
He's got the
Wanted a
right to
chance
speak,
talk.
so...
Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We're going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
I'm surprised that Woody isn't here.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you
jeez.
gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intentions.
Right.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in.
Right.
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Indeed.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in
Right,
debt
not
so they
happening.
couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Right.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really?
Yeah, really.
What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did
Right.
they do?
For the longest time, not much, but they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor.
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
Indeed.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow?
I know. Snow made a mistake.
I have very good reasons
No.
for asking you to do that. She was working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes.
And you better
But
be
believe
sorry.
me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
We didn't get you into this situation. He did.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
So true.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
There we go. We're not having that.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded.
They're not unfounded.
The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
So, are we done?
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, crooked man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this.
No, don't you pull one on
Of
them.
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie
Yes.
did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
Snow wasn't involved.
Snow had nothing
It was
to do
still
with it.
Crane.
We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened.
There we go.
Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's
Right.
enough.
So, you won't
So-
answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened.
Right.
Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story.
No.
They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
That's
I
not
mean, a
true.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed
No,
our
no.
ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will
Help
dare
yourself.
challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf?
Really?
Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White!
What?
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say
Oh
something.
wait,
Why
she's...
don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
She has something to say.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
There we go. It was worth
I found
something.
Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian killed herself back at the Pudding and Pie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker.
There we go. Evidence.
Lily.
That's a lie.
Hell
I
yeah.
was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
I'm loving this.
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
And 5
Good
others
enough
who
for
can
me.
back it up.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next.
Right.
So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives
Oh,
afloat.
be quiet, you.
This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Indeed.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
Sounds
How
reasonable.
can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of
Too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
We should vote.
Why not?
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Well, they just
Okay,
voted for me.
Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
I'm the murderer.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
What? Fuck! No! Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Stop it. Stop it.
I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Shut up. I'm locking you up. Fabletown will
You
remember
said you
that.
had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you
After
can't
what
be
he's
serious.
done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes. There's a way.
Good. We're going to lock him up forever.
All
He
right.
will never escape.
Do it.
North wind blows. Is this it? It seems... Wow, we look alright again. This is perfect. Pretty much. Whoa, 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 whoa! Why does it look so pretty and pristine? Oh!
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Work is work, I guess.
Oh, look, that's the guy. Who likes to clean
Hey,
up.
Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. Great.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome.
This
Whoa.
fucking line.
Who's that? Who's that? Oh, hello.
Oh, Mr. Wolf?
Mr. Wolf.
Flycatcher left his keys.
Flycatcher. Right, that's what his name was. Sorry, I forgot the name.
Right. Thanks.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this.
You seem busy.
We'll talk later, okay?
Sure. Hey, Blue.
Good morning, Miss White.
Wow! He seems nice. What the hell? Whoa, 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 whoa! Huh, I'm derping right now. What the hell? Something is off. He is nice. Blue is nice. He's not nice, I mean. What the hell? Seems to be playing on way too well. I don't know about it. Oh. So, that's what
I'm going! Jesus!
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake! I don't give a shit! I forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
So,
Sheriff.
so you have to
Nice
go.
Fucking day.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Shit! Just go grab that, would you?
Oh dear.
Sorry about all this. I tried to help. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Really?
Come on, Colin.
Colin
I'm
as well.
walking, all right? Calm down.
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
Oh,
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
I'm sorry. Really
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her.
Sure.
She was nice.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle.
Aw.
That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
Poor TJ.
That's everybody.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go?
I don't know.
I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. Your dad broke the rules, TJ. You're not allowed to stay in Fabletown without a glamour.
Okay.
Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves, so you wouldn't know, would you?
Right.
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Bye, TJ.
Goodbye, TJ.
Bye, pork chops. Not bad. That was so bad of me. Colin. You still mad?
Are you still mad at me?
Would it change your mind?
Yeah, it was.
You got another one of those? How about a smoke for the road?
I'll give him the pack.
Thanks, Bigby. Always a gentleman, aren't you, Bigby?
Thank you, Colin.
I guess I'll see you around.
I'm so sorry.
Stay
dude.
out of trouble, okay? If you even can.
I'll try.
I'll try.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, this is so sad in a way.
Saying goodbye?
Yeah, I am. Hello. It's beginning to rain too. Great.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Let me help.
Bigby, I know you're trying to
come
help,
on.
but this is just something I need to do on my own.
I understand.
Okay?
I understand, okay.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
And that will be?
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily.
Yeah.
Not sure where to start.
Go on.
Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence? I had to.
Nerissa, just tell me what happened.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone.
And what
we
is
could just
that?
forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
Georgie didn't do mercy. You know that.
He could have been reasoned with. I was counting on that.
Sorry, go.
Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man.
If it just was so easy.
Oh, God.
Really? Really? Oh, okay, she smiled. Worth it? Oh, God.
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in.
Right.
And I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
Oh, fuck.
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
You shouldn't have lied.
So you think that makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after...
Really?
That night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
I see.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her. Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that.
Yeah,
When
it
we
makes sense,
suffer,
to be honest.
We do it in
I cannot even be mad with her, even though I prefer the truth over everything else.
We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
That won't
It's
happen
going to
anymore.
be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I and Snow.
Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Oh.
Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe
just
they
too
don't
sad.
want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was.
Indeed.
So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I've been making a lot of mistakes lately.
But you've also done a lot of good. Don't forget that. You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
Thank you. Oh, Dear God.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Whoa.
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me.
You like my ribbon?
Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
What?
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
What? That is it? Oh, come on! I want to see more! Okay, my player's choices. What did you do to Georgie? You and 43.5% of players killed Georgie. Did you give the crooked man a trial? You and 70.8% of players brought the crooked man back alive. Really? Wow. How did he punish the crooked man? You and 47.4% of players chose to imprison the crooked man. Did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? You and 94.7% of players decided to accept TJ's gift for Snow. Wow, okay. You and 28.6% of players said I've made a lot of mistakes. Really? This little amount of people feels like they've made a lot of mistakes. I feel like I've made mistakes all along the line. Come on. Well. Oh, we got to look at this. Okay. Bluebeard. You fought him after the interrogation. The butcher. You offered him protection at the business office. Colin. You gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. You sent Colin to the farm. The crooked man. You took him back to the witching well and you imprisoned him. D. You confiscated D's money while he was in custody. Face, deceased. You gave him money after the fight with the woodsman. Georgie, deceased. You smashed up his place. Greenleaf. You offered her a job. Holly. You pretended to be the woodsman while she was passed out. Well, she was halfway passed out. Jack. You reported him to Snow for burglary. Nerissa, you tried to take a ribbon during your final conversation. Snow, you brought her along with you to the trip trap. You showed her Crane's photograph of her. You promised to bring the crooked man back alive. And that we did. Tiny Tim, you chose to wait for him. TJ, you accepted his beetle and promised to give it to Snow. Toad, you slapped him during the interrogation in his apartment. You stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm. You gave him money. I hope that giving him the money he would go get some glamour and, he wouldn't have to go to the farm. But even if he would say he has the money now, Snow wouldn't listen because, well, she's knee-deep in shit. Vivian, you tried to remove her ribbon with the pudding and pie. Okay. What? It was a bit loud. Well, I'm gonna let the credits run. All in all, now reflecting upon all 5 episodes, I'm guessing this being the finale. I have to say this was very fun to play. I enjoyed playing it a lot. I really loved it, and yeah, quite frankly, so it was exciting, action-packed. It wasn't as sad as The Walking Dead Season 1, for example, but it made me feel very much involved, much more than in The Walking Dead. I felt like it made a difference with the Raven transformation and putting him in a cage. I mean, he virtually cannot get out. And yeah, I mean, it's been a great run, really. And I loved it for it. So Telltale Games, great game. I suppose you made this one up yourself. You did not base it off some other universe, I hope. So with that in mind, I have to say you did a really, really good job at making your own very personal IP with this, and the story is pretty solid. I felt like I was part of the story big time. I wasn't a bystander. I felt for example, in some stories I really feel like a bystander at times, and you don't want that. And oh my god, look at that, they're so awesome. And you don't want that in other games. You know, when you're in a story game, you want to get involved. You don't want to feel like you're a bystander. Like, I'll have to make that example back in 2004. Okay, wait, I'm gonna shut up for a moment. Continue the story. Oh, there are graphic novels. Oh! They're graphic novels. So, wait. I'm gonna take back every little piece of praise about this for a moment. Not saying it's bad, but I first said that this was part of their own story, their own very personal IP, but apparently it isn't. Which is okay, but, you know, I would have liked to see a Telltale game, not a Telltale comic creator Telltale game. This is too bad. But don't let this be a downer. This just means that there's a very good comic creator out there, which you should probably support if you like this very first season? Yeah, you could call it season. Season of The Wolf Among Us. It's called Fables, and yeah, it's just called Fables, and the art style, I really like it. It looks really good so far. It would be nice if you could have a little preview of it, but I suppose not. So let's look into some extras before I deinstall this game. I always deinstall games after I'm done playing them, and reinstall them shortly before they continue. Let's look at this. Glamis, okay. Oh god. 13th floor. The Witching Well. Okay, so this is all stuff we have already heard about. Apparently some are still locked because I did not play the story in a certain arc. Which just means there's still some for me to see if I really wanted to. This is my very own personal story, and I'm not going to do such a thing as doing all endings, all decisions, and all that kind of stuff, because I would like to keep this as my own story. So yeah, guys, this has been The Wolf Among Us Season 1. I thank you all so much for staying through this with me, and I hope to see you next time. Please keep in mind that there's going to be the next episode of The Walking Dead this month, and I'm going to be playing it. So yeah, I hope to see you there and then, or maybe tune in for some of my other Let's Plays, such as The Witcher 2 and Valhalla Hearts, which is also a very breathtaking story. So, see you next time! Bye bye!